When we're gathering evidence for your disability hearing, medical records are the main focus, but they're not the only kind of documentation that we want. There are several other types of evidence we may need to request depending on your background. If you filed for workers' compensation, we may need to request those records. Employer reports of injury, medical evaluations, and payment information can help confirm when you stopped working and why. We also want to know about any employment records that document attendance issues or difficulties performing work. That could include FMLA paperwork, leave requests, or notes from your employer showing that you missed work or struggled to meet job demands because of your health. If you have done any vocational rehabilitation, those records can be really helpful. They often include assessments, progress notes, and closure reports that show attempts to return to work, as well as any barriers encountered due to your conditions. Education records can be relevant too if you have learning limitations. We might look for special education files, IEPs, or school evaluations that describe cognitive or developmental issues. If you have received short-term or long-term disability benefits through an employer or private insurance company, we may request those files as well. They often include detailed medical opinions, functional capacity evaluations, and independent exams that Social Security can consider. Veterans' records can be another important source of evidence. If you have a VA ratings decision or compensation and pension reports, those can provide strong support for your claim because they often contain detailed descriptions of limitations and diagnoses. Finally, if you have received state assistance such as DSHS or ABD cash benefits, the state may have completed disability evaluations that mirror SSA's process. Those files might include functional assessments or medical opinions that can be valuable additions to your evidence. We are looking for paperwork that shows specialized assistance, such as a caregiver's plan of care or TriMet's Lyft paratransit program for disabled people, or even child custody job forms that document work attempts. In short, anytime we learn that a client has had workers' comp, private disability, VA, or DSHS involvement, or any records from employers, schools, or rehab programs, it's worth trying to get those records. Each of these sources helps build a more complete picture of how your conditions have affected your ability to work. It can be quite messy trying to track down some of these documents. If your legal assistant calls, trying to gather further information about these types of records, please know we are doing everything we can to get these sometimes elusive records. We appreciate your prompt assistance.